Hi everyone, it's Squire Twiz here, and it's that time once again, it's another unboxing video. This month, again, it's another Nerd Block. It's the Nerd Block Sci-Fi Block variant. For those who don't know, Nerd Block do boxes of goodies, general geeky stuff. The good thing about Nerd Block is they do them based on themes. So they have a classic block, which has anything in it, any random stuff. They have an arcade block, a horror block, the sci-fi block that I've got. There's a t-shirt one, there's a comic one. And basically, the stuff you get in them is based around that theme. Each month, within your theme of, say, horror or sci-fi, there'll be a sub-theme. I can't remember what this month's is. I never can. You pay about, it equates about £30 once you've included shipping and that. They come from Canada. They ship around about the 5th of the month, but because they've got to go through customs and that, it takes about 3 weeks or so to get here. So I've been waiting for this one for a while. I've now got it. We'll see what we've got in it. The one downside to Nerd Block is because it comes from Canada, it's got to go through customs. On the front of the box, there's a customs declaration form, which basically tells you roughly what you're getting in the box. Now, the last couple I've had have sort of like said t-shirt, vinyl toy, action figure, not knowing what they are. This one's actually a little bit more specific. This month I've got t-shirt, a Ghostbusters apron, an Aliens vinyl record, a Star Trek book, and a NASA pin. So, way to go, guys, being so specific. You've actually told me, without opening it, what I've got. If they could have just put apron, record, book, at least then I wouldn't have known what exactly they are. So, now the surprise has been ruined, I suppose you better see what they actually are like. It's a fairly light box. It rattles more than they have done previously. I've already cut it open, save a little bit of time, and we'll see what we've got. So, I'd like to say it looks packed, but compared to previous boxes, it actually looks fairly empty. Probably the last couple would look packed because they've had a pop vinyl figure in there. That takes up a good third of the box. Alright, we'll take the t-shirt out. I'll look at that in a minute. We'll start with the NASA pin. It's a badge, it's a NASA badge. It looks good quality. It's actually quite a nice badge. I like that. It's sort of reminiscent of the early NASA days rather than sort of like the 90s and 2000s. It's, for those in the UK, it's about the size of a 10p piece, I'd say. So it really looks nice quality. I kind of like it. Takes me back to childhood when I used to enjoy sort of, as most kids did when they're growing up, dinosaurs, fast cars, space, astronomy, that sort of thing, spacecraft. I remember building the Saturn V rocket, Eagle Lander, that sort of thing. That takes me back. I quite like that. That's nice. Next we've got Star Trek book. The Wit and Wisdom of Star Trek by Rob Perlman. Now, Rob Perlman, don't know much about him, but I do know he did work on Star Trek. I think it's the latest series, not the original ones. This... oh... I don't know, let's have a look, see what it is. Okay, it's a little bit of introduction to Star Trek. Images from, looks like classic series, so it's all classic Trek. Yeah, it's all classic Trek. And it just looks like it's quotes. A room should reflect its occupant. Kirk in wink of an eye. Okay. Yep, it's that, and it's little facts as well. Star Trek was published by Desilu, the company founded by I Love Lucy stars Lucille Ball and Desi Arnaz. Okay, so it covers basically just the original series. If you're a Trekkie, that's probably a nice little collectible to have, though you probably know most of the quotes off by heart and the facts that are in here. If you're non-Trekkie, well, not so good. When I was growing up, I used to watch the original series, but I was more of a Star Wars fan than a Star Trek fan. It's got a bit of appeal to me, but not a lot. So, that's so-so. We now have an Aliens record. So, it's a little 6-inch single. It's got selections from the original motion picture soundtrack of Aliens. So that's the second film. Music composed and conducted by James Horner, performed by the London Symphony Orchestra. And there's a side A and side B, Ripley's Rescue and Bishop's Countdown. Only issue with this is, I love Aliens. I'm a big Alien fan. I like the films. I've got VHS tapes from the 90s when they came as a collector's set in a specially shaped box and that, and you've got t-shirts and all this lot. I've watched the films God knows how many times. Last month we even got another Aliens collectible in the Sci-Fi block, which was the little toy soldiers. I like it, but it's a record. I don't have a record player I can play it on. I want to open it, I want to listen to it. It's a 45. I did have a record player. I've got a record player, I've just got nothing to plug it into that will actually produce the sound. So I've got basically the turntable. There's a nice picture of Ripley and Newt on the back. Obviously surrounded by eggs with a flamethrower ready to burn them before she goes against the Queen. A little bit about James Horner, sort of music he wrote, what films and that. And a little bit about where the pieces of music are in the film. The preferred review of genre entertainment for decades. Cinefantastique magazine covered the making of Aliens in 1986. We are proud to present classic tracks from this film's score in our series of motion picture selections. So this is actually from the magazine, which says Volume 6D, Number 3, July 1986. Is that really when the film came out? 86? God, that long ago. No, I don't feel old. It's a nice collectible. It's just a shame I can't actually play it. Now we have the Ghostbusters apron. Cryptozoic Entertainment. Another one's obviously got the license for this. Peter Venkman's uniform apron. Adult, one size fits all. To be honest, it looks more like it's from the cartoon series than it is from the original film. But it's nice, it's the original Ghostbusters, not the new one, so it doesn't tie in with the newest movie. But obviously it's in here because of that. I haven't seen the newest movie yet, and I'm not going to say any views on that. I'd rather watch it, see what I think of it before I go down everyone's review of, oh, it's rubbish because it's new. It might be good, it might not be. It might be one of these things that you just got to disconnect your brain and watch it and have a laugh and not think about things too much. But this, again, it's sealed shut. I don't want to open it because it's in its proper bag, rather than just an old plastic bag, with a cardboard sort of face or backing. It looks nice. I can see it being a collectible. It looks like a nice sort of canvas material. It's the sort of things that barbecue aprons are now made of. It is looking like a proper apron. I'm not going to open it, I'm going to leave it in its bag for now. Again, if you're not a fan of Ghostbusters, it's a waste of time. If you are a fan of Ghostbusters, it's a great collectible. Will you use it? Probably not. Right, we'll come to a t-shirt. There's a couple of threads coming off it. Every month in Nerd Block you get a t-shirt. That's one reason why I get it. You guaranteed a t-shirt, and I love having t-shirts. We've got this month. Shoot first. Okay, this is obviously a reference to Han Solo in the original Star Wars movie. where he's in the cantina with Greedo, and they've always had that argument now, all the fans. Did Han shoot before Greedo did? Hinting re-release that possibly he did. I don't care. It's Han's blaster. It's got a vintage styling to it. I quite like that. Again, Shirt Punch t-shirts, they're good quality. With every Nerd Block, because they do them for Shirt Punch, you get a 10% discount. Yeah, I like that. I actually think that's a good one. So, that's it. The box is empty. Apart from the usual card bits. If anyone's interested, there's a code on there. I don't know if you can see that very well, but there's a code on there if you want to use it. To get, was it 45 days from ship date. Gets $10 credit off a Shirt Punch. Nerd Block have done it so that on the back there's part of a scene. Put all these together and apparently you get a $100 gift card. The bits say what's coming in next month. Futurama, Doctor Who and Lost in Space. Now I thought we were getting Futurama this month, but I'm a fan of Futurama, so I'm looking forward to that next month. Lost in Space, I'd have to say from the look at it, that looks like it could be the original Lost in Space series, which again I like that. Didn't like the remakes too much. Doctor Who, it depends what era Doctor Who it is. Some of the newest ones have been okay, but then I grew up with Tom Baker, Peter Davison, even John Pertwee, and some of those were good. So it depends what you get. It could be an interesting box next month. And the card that tells you what we got this month. So, yep, t-shirt, shoot first. Ghostbusters Venkman apron. The book. Now the t-shirt's exclusive. The NASA pin is supposedly exclusive. It's probably only exclusive because it's on a Nerd Block bit of card. And oh, it's actually the Apollo 11 lapel pin. That's what it's styled on. So that's actually, I like that. Apollo 11, obviously, it's the first lunar landing. Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin. That's actually quite nice. I do like that. I did like the Apollo 11s. I actually had a tape somewhere of the actual ground control talking to Apollo 11 that was released way back when. I like that. I do like that. It's a nice one. And the vinyl. Again, exclusive vinyl record. Though if it came out of the magazine, I don't see how it is. And with this exclusive Aliens vinyl record, 1,000 lucky subscribers will get a limited edition green chase variant. I don't want to open it to find out. I like it as a collectible, and I can't see on there because it's sealed. Oh no, actually, no, no, no. No, I can't tell. That's a shame. I'd like to know, but because I want it as a collectible, I don't want to open it. I don't see how much difference it makes having a green variant. It's just a different plastic, a different vinyl. No, it's because it's gone in the other way. Can't see. I'm not going to open it. I am not going to open this. Right, well, that's it for the Nerd Block. T-shirt, that's good. This, I can't play it, but I like it because it's collectible. The lapel pin, yep, good. For me, I like that. It's the sort of thing I do like. Not because it's a badge, but just because it's the Apollo 11. Star Trek book, yeah. And Ghostbusters, again, yeah. I would give this maybe 7.5 out of 15. Out of 10, sorry, for this month. Not the best block I've had. Not the worst. It's not the worst collectible block I've had from any company by any means. But it's also not the best one they've done. So down a little bit on previous months. Some nice items in there though. Depends on your taste really. Well, that's it until next time. See you later. Just got to say, no, I'm not going to open it. I'm not opening it. It's got to be green. Be a green one. Oh.